Okay, I figured out my ignition problem with the Daytona. It might also be affecting the alternator, but it hasn't bothered me yet. But this ignition module and this coil is bolted to this little bracket I built that's bolted to this main front cover assembly. Well, not the cover assembly, but the front bracket assembly. And that thing gets god-awful hot. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Well, I guess we have to fix that too. Anyways, this gets way too hot. I'm thinking this is overheating because the heat sink is cool enough I can keep my finger on it, but the rest of it is not. This is hot. This is real hot. And I think that the heat from the engine is getting into the ignition module and it's shutting it down. It'll short out. Eventually it'll short out, or it'll just stop working altogether. It doesn't actually short out. It acts like it's off. I can keep my finger on the top of it, but that ain't where the thermal contact's in underneath where that heatsink goo is. So I think we're going to have to find a spot like over here or something for that module. I don't have too much trouble moving it because I probably have to, ouch. Well, gee, that's hot for some reason. Probably have to move the alternator controller thingy, or the voltage regulator too, but we'll burn that bridge when we get there. It is wired right, so that's good. So I think that's our problem, just the damn thing, because once the engine warms up, that module gets hot, it transfers the heat right across here to into there, and I don't know how the hell Chevy does it. Maybe their engines just don't get as hot. It's also behind the radiator, so that could be not helping it too much either. We just mount it inside this strut tower and just cap it off on the bottom and keep the mud from getting in there. That may be a pain in the ass getting into it, but I need to keep the strut towers there though, because they're the, if I ever need to change the frame or lift the car body off it or something, or fix it or whatever, I gotta keep these to lift it with. Well, we can lift it with the front members, but I'll keep my options open here. Hopefully by the time I'm done BSing here, we'll have this thing cooled off enough to where I can drive it about a quarter mile back home here. Alright, so we know what the problem is, I think. I wonder if I could mount this. Well, oh, here we go. There's a perfect spot. Of course, I was going to mount my oil cooler here, but there's room. Oh yeah, we'll mount it right behind this hickamajig here. This circular indentation that I think used to be the air intake. That'll work, and it'll keep her cool. Okay. Whoops. Get back here. Alright, that's what we shall do then. Alright, well, there's our problem, and there's our solution. I'll see you later.